Morning traders, it is Tuesday, 30 minutes into trading, August 20th. I'm going to do a quick video. I'm going to run through some of my option stalker routines, and everything that you see is available at www.oneoption.com. Option Stalker is the product. I'm going to be using a real-time interface with Interactive Brokers, and right out of the gate, you can see a bullish explosion alert. This is part of the trading platform. I'm going to zoom out to the daily view. I'm not seeing a breakout through a 20-day high. I want to see horizontal resistance and a breakout through a 20-day high. When we have these setups, this is a huge buying opportunity. I'm going to put up MYGN. We got that one a couple of weeks ago. Look at that move, and we caught it right in here for big gains. What the system does is it looks at every 5-minute increment on every stock over the last 20 days. It averages that, and I know instantly if there's a volume spike in that 5-minute period, and I'm looking for massive volume spikes, and I'm looking for that massive breakout through major horizontal resistance levels. When we have that, we know it's major news, and this system nails it immediately. Before it even hits the news headlines, we see the price movement, we have a chance to get in. So those are pop-up alerts that come out throughout the course of the day. We don't get these every day, but we may have one or two, maybe three, that we see every few months that really pan out. This alone is worth the price of Option Stalker. Let's get into some normal market analysis right now. Maybe we'll get some other pop-ups, maybe not. But in any case, this is the S&P 500. And you can see how we are between the 200-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. I have an alert right here on the 100-day moving average, and you can see that today we came down and we tested that level right out of the gate. We had some pretty heavy selling, and you can see a bullish hammer right here, and now we're starting to lift off of that level. Right here in the chat room, we were all aware of it, we were mentioning it, and we bought some stock. So two of the stocks that we're in right now, BYND. You can see this nice uptrend here. I want this to continue, and if it's breached, I am going to stop out of the position. I'm long right in here, and it is a volatile stock with an upgrade today. ABBV is another one that I'm in right at this level here when we broke out, and I can show you the chat room and confirm that we are in that position. I'm not going to do that. Take my word for it. Let's take a look at some of the other stocks that are presenting good opportunities for us. So right out of the gate, we've got a couple of searches that I like to use. One is Pop Bull. When the market is down, and by the way, that was some pretty heavy selling right out of the gate this morning. We tested that 100-day moving average with ease. I'm thinking that we get a little bit of a bounce here. We're going to test that 100-day moving average again, and we might actually fail. So let's focus on the market first, because I do trade S&P futures in the chat room, and we'll zoom out on a 15-minute view so that you can see there's a breakout yesterday. We compressed after that initial run the rest of the day, so there were sellers keeping a lid on the market. Today, we broke right through that low from yesterday, and we went down and tested that 100-day moving average with ease. I have an alert there right now, so that if it's breached, I get a pop-up on it. I'm watching it all the time, but because I'm doing the video, it's easier for me to have an alert that comes up in the middle of the window. So this is pretty bearish selling right out of the gate. There's a good chance that we'll try and fill in this gap. So we'll be watching that moving average very closely throughout the course of the day. I think we bounce here for a little bit, and then at very least we test it. Good chance that we might break down below it. So VSLR was on this Pop Bull search, and based on that bounce, we were looking to get long stocks. This one looks pretty dang good. See a nice breakout. You can see how the stock is making a new high for the day. When the market is down, I love searching for relative strength. Show me stocks that are trying to move higher and higher and higher in a negative market environment. Those are the stocks that are going to lead the charge when the market finally does rebound. So those are the ones that we really want to be in. Normally, you're going to see quite a few stocks on Pop Bull, and we see may see more of them popping up as the market tries to bounce here. But 10RSW Bull 30. What the heck does all that stand for? One option, relative strength weakness, Bull 30, bullish on a 30-minute basis, meaning we've got relative strength in the last 30 minutes compared to the market. These are the stocks that want to go higher. Now, I'm not going to be looking for stocks with a negative value here. Those are stocks that have been pounded and happen to be bouncing. Not of big interest to me, but that is of interest to me, making a new relative high, pushing higher. Nice price action. We got to get through this high, and then absolutely we want to take a position in that. MOS. I'm sorry, MOB is the symbol here. Not too excited about that. I'd rather see something on a daily basis, so we're going to go through. We're going to be looking for stocks that are breaking through horizontal resistance. That would be my first choice. Not bad, filling in this gap right here above the prior day's open, almost above the prior day's high. I like CRM. Take a look at the 5-minute. Oh yeah, CRM looks good. EXAS, nope, it's a daily chart. Stair-stepping higher, longer-term basis, swing basis. This is a nice one. SEDG, I like it. You see this uptrend here. It held the gap. We put up a relative strength indicator, 10 SI. You can see very strong relative to the market. I like this stock. I think it grinds higher. I'm going to take a look at the daily action. Yep, it's cleared the high of the day. Looks pretty good. Going to go back into the daily chart. I want that longer term perspective first. Before I day trade a stock, I have to like it on a swing basis, and that's what I'm doing right now. MDT, earnings announcement. Yeah, really nice. Compression. During that market sell-off, held up really well. Boom, gone. Love it. So when you see a compression like that, what do? Okay, so I'm watching the market. It's got relative strength. Market's selling off, selling off. Hey, I really like this stock. Good earnings. Put your alert there. Stock goes through that price level. Boom, you get a pop-up alert. Then you buy the stock. Easy. That's how we do it. Beautiful. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Surging higher. Don't like the daily chart though. Doing some nice stuff on a intraday basis. BABA has major resistance to get through. Not too interested. Disney, no. Downtrend. Workday, not so much. So out of this list right here, CRWD looks really good. CRM looks really good. Trying to remember what the other ones were. MDT. So in any case, right out of the gate, we've got 3 stocks that we like. So I'm going to click on custom search, and we're going to look for stocks with option liquidity. I'm going to put a rating of 3 or better. I want to see some high volume stocks. That means that to this point in time, right now in the day, we're comparing the current day's volume to the 20-day average volume to this exact point in time, and we're looking for stocks that have heavy volume. Show me a stock that's greater than the prior day high. Here we go. Look at this list. Let's click through these babies. I know we're going to find some good ones. Market's down, these stocks making a new high. There's AbbVie. I've got a position in it. There's Baidu. After earnings announcement, A equals after the close, B equals before the open. You can see it all on the charts. BYND. Talked about that. HD before the open today, earnings. Let's see what that stock is doing. Nice. March, 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 higher. MDT, we've already looked at, 5-minute chart. Teva. Not too bad. Let's minimize this. We don't need to have it blaring at us. Not bad. Not bad. You can put alert lines on both of those. Stock moves through those alert lines. So I'm looking for something that's got some nice momentum, is making currently a new high for the day. Those are going to be my choices. So very quickly out of the list, similar candidates. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm back in my old list, and I had one more to cover on this list. VIPS, look at that. Beautiful. Through the 100-day moving average. Back above the high from yesterday. Let's see what it's doing today. March, 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 higher. Look at that relative strength. That's how we do it. I can also go and look for stocks that are below the prior day's low. These would be my bearish candidates. I'm just going to click through them. We'll go to a daily chart. Again, I like to start with the daily chart. Show me something that's really soft. And that's the quickest way for me to zip through this list. And I'm not seeing anything. That doesn't look too bad. That's Macy's. Philip Morris testing that 100-day. Didn't see anything that struck me, okay? But we know that they've got high volume and good option liquidity, so these stocks will always be of interest to us. So now, let's do another search. Let's do post-earnings search. These are all companies that announced after the close yesterday or before the open today. So we could knock through these, but we've seen a bunch of these already. I'm going to do SC because I don't know if we've looked at that one yet or not. And there you can see a gap below horizontal support, and it's at the low end of its range, and I'm sure it's weak relative to the market because it's drifting lower. You've got a down trend line here. This could be a good short for you right here. Use that trend line as your stop out point, or you can simply click, put alert down here. If it makes a new low of the day, I want to know about it. That tells me it's resuming its downward path. So we're going to go in and let's take a look at stocks that have a bearish, and BYND is losing its bid, so I'm going to have to get out of that trade. I'm in right around this level here, so I'm down a little bit on that trade. I'm going to have to stop out. I don't want to see it take out the support level for sure, right there. That's the biggest support level. So yes, I'm going to have to bail out on that. That's going to be a losing trade. These are stocks that are weak relative to the market. I'm going to do an S&P overlay very quick. Just click SPY. See this bounce in the SPY? See how the stock is trending lower? Relative weakness. Okay? Remember how I said this bounce is going to be fairly short-lived? We'll test that 100-day moving average again. This would be the stock that you want to be in because while the market's rallying, it's going down. That is a sign of selling pressure. That is our edge. That's how we make money. It's a really big edge that we lean on too. Take a look at the daily chart. It's got to get through that 100-day moving average. Once it gets through there, yeah, absolutely want to take a look at that short. So I'm going to put my alert just below that 100-day moving average, and we'll take a look at the next candidate. Looking for that weakness. This stock has been marching lower. That's not a bad candidate. A little choppy, TLRY. SHAK, take a look at the daily. That's been a runner. Still got a nice upward trend line. I wouldn't be crazy about shorting that. It's a little bit ahead of itself and it's giving some money back, so understandable. Choppy stock, multiple support levels here. Going to take the SPY overlay off. Get that out of the way. So that's how we do it. We go through, we take a look at all these stocks. That even below the 200 days, still got to get below that, so not crazy about it. So I spend the first half hour of the day just going in and setting up alerts and looking at stocks. And then after the first hour of trading, the rest of my day, that's a nice one, heavy downtrend, making a new low. Oh yeah, that's going to be a good short. And after the first half hour of trading, when I go through and do this routine, then I'm getting alerts the rest of the day that are telling me, hey, here's your next short, here's your next long. So very easy to do. I'm going to put up the custom search one more time here, and I'll just show you the flexibility that we have to find trend lines, trend line breaches, new signals, buy signals. So I could just go on heavy volume, good option liquidity. Let's put on a buy signal, and let's just go across multiple time frames. This is a proprietary trade signal by the system. You've seen some of these candidates before already today. I could do the same thing with the bearish side. And I could do the same thing with relative strength versus the SPY. Let's see which stocks have been strong relative to the SPY on a 2-hour, 4-hour, daily basis. And let's just say randomly a 5-minute basis. Anything come up? MDT. Yep. So the more of these boxes that you mark off, the more reliable the indicator, the higher your probability of success. So I can also go through and check for stocks that have a very high ADX, meaning the stock is really trending, overbought, oversold conditions. Is it in a compression? These compressions are great. We look for them all the time. Once a stock is in a compression, it has a tendency to break out of that compression and have a sustained move. We're interested. So you can see all the criteria. My God, the earnings searches that we do, we trade a lot of pre-earnings, we trade a lot of post-earnings. So we're able to do that, and I love going through. That's one of the reasons I wasn't getting as many candidates as I should have, because I had this lower box marked off. So let's go back and run that same strength versus the SPY and see our list. This would be more of a swing traders type search because we're using longer term parameters here. But there we've got a different list of candidates. PDD is new. Haven't seen that one. Yeah. Let's go and use another combo. The combinations are limitless. I know I have members who have their own favorite searches, and they found stuff that I've never discovered because they've used different combinations. So for instance, let's use strength versus SPY, and let's use a new buy signal in the last 2 bars on a daily basis, which means this signal is just starting. Stock probably has been a little bit soft, and now it's gaining momentum. All right, here's another new candidate, NVIDIA. Anything there for us? Oh yeah, not bad. Not today per se, but the fact that we're holding this 200-day moving average and this 100-day moving average is a very good sign on a day when the market is selling off. Look at that relative strength. Well, how would you use this information? If I'm a swing trader, I would probably sell a bullish put spread, and I would use this 165 strike price as my short strike price. Okay, on the notion that the stock is going to hold that level because it's got relative strength and it is broken out. If I wanted to be more passive, I could use the 162.50 right at that 200-day moving average. That's how we use the platform. It's so easy to run all of these searches, and you can see the criteria that you can use for it. I'm going to try and do more of these videos, especially for day traders, because that's what the platform is ideal for. But I also want to incorporate strategies for swing traders, because truth be known, as a day trader, I want a good swing setup before I day trade. So that's how we do it. I hope you sign up. I've given you a bunch of stocks that I think really look good today, and we'll take one more look at what the S&P 500 is doing. That is the key. I haven't even talked about my favorite indicator here. I'm going to go to an M5 chart, and I'm going to take off the 1 OSI. I'm going to take off the moving averages, and I'm going to put up one indicator, 1 OP. And we're going to use the default settings. So here's how it works. You short when it crosses over. So that would be a short. This is a short right here. Right up here, you're shorting. Not down here. And most of the time, it's going to be very predictive. And that was a decent short. Look at here. Got a bullish crossover right in there. Right there. Right about there. Nice little move. This is what I use to day trade the futures. You can see how it's extending upward. I'd like to see it come all the way up and start rolling over, and that would tell me that it's probably time to get short again. You can see how the market is compressing here. That's a pretty minor bounce on a 5-minute basis. I think we go back and test that 100-day moving average. I'm going to be watching for it. Hope to trade it. That's how we do it. Please sign up for the trial. I'm running a special offer this week. Please sign up for Option Stalker. The chat room is separate, but right now, if you sign up in the next few days, if you buy Option Stalker, I'm going to include a quarter of the chat room free. And that's where all of the members who subscribe to both, they use Option Stalker to find their opportunities, and then we share our ideas in the chat room. Thank you.